as well.
Howdy.
Hey-o. Give me 1 second, I'm just sort of grabbing some notebooks, paper, and whatnot. Taking notes, get ready, and blah, blah, blah. So how is everybody doing this evening?
Doing good.
Good?
Well, that's cool. That's better than bad.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Generally, unless it's opposite day. And if it's opposite day, then I guess it's opposite day. So it is what it is. But, okay. So, everybody fought some Grugar. Everybody figured out that their tent is a mess. And they're probably going to have to get it replaced when they get back to town. But, you make it back to town. You make it back. Everything is cool. Everything is kosher. You guys are going to make your way to Bryn Shander. That is the plan. Correct?
Thought we were going Long Tree. Lonely Tree.
Lonely Wood.
Lonely Wood, thank you.
I know we definitely wanted to get to Bryn Shander if we could, so that we could stock up and stuff. I know we wanted to get there for the blacksmith and stuff, because I know now that we have money, I think we want to get, at the very least, I think the first two things off the list is getting I'm blanking on your name. It's like, because it's like Chris, and I see Andrus, and it's like it's Hrothgar? Hrothgar and Ziada, we want to get them probably some splint so that we get an increased AC in our front line, because that'll bring us both up by one for not too much. And then I think we kind of want to go from there. I know TJ was saying to try and sell the Wanda Borkus if we could. And that's probably the best place to do it. I think we want to go to Lonely Wood once we kind of clean out, unless you're thinking go to Lonely Wood, put some stuff down, bring what we want to Bryn Shander.
Well, which one are we gonna?
Both are very viable things you guys can do. I'm just listening. That's all.
I think the only reason I was kind of like not immediately jumping to go to Lonely Wood is just because it's far away, and I think I'd rather go there right after, once we get like what we want, and kind of gear up for heading back, clearing out, seeing what we want to do.
I'm gonna bring you guys to the map. What is? No, that's not the right map. That's the map, right? And so, just for shits and gigs, the first town that you guys would come to would be Bremen, and then Lonely Wood would be the town that's way up here, and Bryn Shander is down here. Did that kind of make sense on the map, or is everything still sort of crazy town?
No, it makes sense.
Okay, cool.
That way's Bryn Shander and Lonely Wood's up there.
Yeah. Lonely Wood's like around the lake, the Mare Dualden Lake, whereas Bryn Shander's basically just a straight shot kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and refresh my memory. Where was that dwarf that was making me something shiny with the new metal? I forgot what town that was in.
That was in Bryn Shander.
Okay, so we'll go to Bryn Shander.
Soul.
Oh, was that? Did you do that when we stopped in from when we went to the honey place, the mead, and then we came back this way?
Yes. You guys.
Yeah, you would have had to have, because we didn't find it until then.
Yeah, you guys overnighted in Bryn Shander and took care of some like shopping and whatnot, and Novakri approached the Black Iron Blades and said, "Can you make something interesting of this?" And they were like, "Well, we'll see what we can do." and that was how that kind of got left.
All right, cool.
Yeah, has it been enough
before-
time for them to make something?
Yeah, before, well, so like you've been gone for, so it was basically like a half a day's journey to Bremen, and you guys spent the next half day going out towards where the Dark Duchess, that boat was. And then obviously it's been like another 2 days to come back. So basically you've been gone for, I would say, somewhere between like 4.5 days at this point, depending upon where you guys are on the map. So I don't know, like maybe they have something ready, maybe they don't, depending upon what you were asking them to do, kind of thing. But that being said, I want to pivot for a quick moment and bring something up just so we can kind of workshop something. And this was, so Chris found in the dragon horde that you guys found a weapon called, is it Fickle's Choice?
Fickle Fortune.
Fickle Fortune. Thank you, Chris. And basically, he's having a hard time trying to like map that in D&D Beyond, because it's a weapon. It's a +1 weapon, but it's a +1 weapon that either gives you a +1 to hit or a +1 to damage, and that's tough to do. And so what my suggestion was that, like, at the start of your turn, declare what you're going to do with Fickle Fortune. Like, if it's going to be damage, then everybody can try to help you remember to put that +1 on it. Or if it's going to be to hit, everyone can try to help you do it. But
that's not the way the Fickle Fortune works. I forget if it's a +1, where the +1 to damage and the +1 the hit comes in. It's all based off of the range that the target is in. One of them is, if they're within 5 feet, then it's plus, then you get this +1. And if they're more than 5 feet away, then you get this +1. I just don't remember off the top of my head which one is which, where the +1 to hit and +1 to damage goes. But it's a distance based, not a I'm going to do a +1 to hit, or I'm going to do a +1 to damage.
Well, I think like my thought with this is just to simplify it and say, why don't we
make it a
just
+1 weapon and just be done with it?
Yeah, well, no, because a +1 weapon is to both, and I'm not going to give that to you because that's not what that weapon is. So I would like the easiest way to do this is that you declare at the start of your turn what you want to do. Like, if you want to have a +1 to hit, then for that turn you will have a +1 to hit. If you want to declare I want to do +1 to damage, then you have a +1 to damage, and then that's the easiest way to fix it in my mind.
But like I said, that's not the way the one works. When I sent you the stuff, because you said you're having a hard time with halberds, these are just stuff that I found. Let's see, Fickle Fortune. It's a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with the weapon. When you make an attack roll with the weapon, determine the distance to your target. If the target is within 5 feet of you, it's an additional +1 bonus to damage. If it's more than 5 feet from you, instead you gain an additional +1. So technically, by asking for just a +1 weapon, it's a reduction.
Well, no, I would say, so if it's a +1 weapon, you have a +1 to hit and a +1 to attack. But
And then you get an extra +1 if they're within 5 feet for the damage rolls, or an extra +1 if they're within more than 5 feet.
Yeah, so I would say, so basically, all you need to do is at the start of your turn declare who you're attacking and then call that out. That's all.
I think what he's trying to say, Tom, is he doesn't have to declare anything if he wants to. If he's attacking something further out, he gets 1 bonus. If he doesn't, he gets another bonus.
Oh yeah, no. I guess what I'm saying to that is that, like, I'm not trying to deny him any of the bonuses. I just think that, like, where his comment was, I'm having a hard time like mapping this on D&D Beyond, is that just like call out what's happening so people can try to, like, I'm saying this, that like your teammates can remind you, like, don't forget it's a +2 or it's a +this or whatever. So that's all.
Hey, I was actually taking a downgrade, but you said no, so
Yeah, no, dude, I like this is the weapon that was in there. So this is the weapon that was in there. So if
That's
it's
fine.
Just have two versions of the same, or two versions of the same weapon wielding, quote unquote, and then have one tweaked to one side, one tweaked to the other.
yeah, actually that's not a bad idea. You could do that in D&D Beyond and then just pick the one that you're attacking with.
Yeah, and it'll be right there on your sheet. So, and you'll even be able to click
Seems
it. The only thing you
far
have to worry about
away,
is
slowly
encumbrance because it'll be
See, the only thing
elevated.
that I'm playing with the idea. I'm just going to mark it down as a, you know, listed as the fickle fortune, but I'm just going to mark it as a as the +1 weapon, and then put in the notes on it. You know, if they're within, what was it, distance to target? If they're within 5 feet of me, then it's an additional +1 damage. If they're more than 5 feet, then it's an additional +1 attack, and just add that to whatever the roll is. Because it's still a +1 weapon, and then it's another +1 depending on how close the target is. And that
Yeah,
+1
I think
depends.
yeah, dude. I just think that like for this, so you have like you can mark it down on your sheet as a +1 halberd, and then what you can do with that is that just declare at the start of your turn, am I using the reach so I have a +1 to hit, or am I using the damage because he's within
Right.
5 feet kind of
But
thing.
again, it's not a declare. It's just, you know, wherever they are. If the target's within 5 feet, then it's a +1 for this. If they're more
No,
than 5
yeah,
feet,
no, no. When I say declare, I mean just so that everybody knows what's happening, so that you can remember what's happening. That's all.
More of an announcement.
Yeah, like not you have to pick one or the other, because I mean you've already done that when you're like, if I'm attacking somebody that's more than 5 feet away from me, I've already made that selection. But just so that people can be like, did you add the 2 damage? Oh, you can't do that because you have that +1 because that's the additional. You have a +2 to hit kind of thing.
that's fine. We'll make it work.
All right, cool. And when I was like when I emailed you before, or when I messaged you or whatever, and I was like, we can always take it away. I was just giving you a bunch of shit. That's all. Like I wasn't
I
gonna
didn't
take.
expect anything less.
Listen, if I've given a player a weapon that's going to give them a headache, I feel I've done my job as a DM. I really do. So.
Oh, I think the headache's gonna be more for you trying to, you know, sort through all this stuff.
No, I just have to remember what my characters have for resistances. That's it. Other than that, that's good to go. So, all right, cool. As long as that, as long as that feels comfortable, then that's what we'll do with that weapon. I wanted to throw that out to the group, and also because I think the group can. This is going to sound terrible. Like, I'm not saying like Chris needs help remembering shit. It just is like, I think if he's like, oh, I use this to do this, somebody can be like, oh, well, he was within 5 feet, so remember you actually have an additional +1 to this if you have it listed as a +1 weapon.
See?
Just as a reminder kind of thing. That's all. And I will
Yeah,
do my
but
best.
I do remember shit because I can't remember anything.
Well, I'm just going to say, like, as the DM and knowing that you're using the fickle fortune, I will try to like remember that as well. But I'm just saying that, like, if you guys are fighting multiple combatants, I got enough shit to remember. That's all. But all right, cool. So yeah, so you've got that. Cool. We've got some discussions going on with that. I'm going to say you guys make your way to Bryn Shander. No issues, no like random encounters. You're in Bryn Shander. I should probably pull up a map of Bryn Shander, which would be great if. Why is this not? What the fuck is going on right now? Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to get. There we go. All right. Let's pull up Bryn Shander. Let's find out where you guys are. Let's hear you guys. All right, and you'll remember that you guys kind of like, I don't want to say a hiding hole, but you've got sort of a place of recognition in the North Look, which is the tavern way up here at the north of Bryn Shander. down here, where black iron blades are. Novakri, you'll remember that over here to the right, House of the Morning Lord, that's where, you not having a tadpole in your chest happened. And also, if I remember correctly, that's where you talked to the priest's sort of friend who told you about something called the Black Cabin out in the wilderness. Is that true? Do you remember that?
Sure. Yeah. Clearly.
Well, so there have been a number of moments in this game where lots of stuff has been thrown at people, but the priest there has an acolyte who is this little sort of cantankerous gnome. Who, you got it, nailed it, and he gave you a rundown about this place that was out in the wilderness that a buddy of his, this gnome, is trying to come up with some sort of like technological or like techno-magical way of dealing with what Oral has been presenting the world with. And he's a little concerned that he's in over his head. One of the things that I may not have sweetened the deal with you about that is that Copperpot's willing to travel with you and provide aid if necessary. He's not really a fighter. He's not really going to be worth doing much of anything, but he is a heal sponge, and he did offer that to you. But that being said, you guys find yourself to the North Look. The bartender there, Scramsacks, kind of welcomes you in. People, again, at this point, recognize you guys, just sort of like, the heroes of the North! Ah! Everyone's like, yay! As my cat comes in the room and screams. Yes, so everyone's screaming. Everyone's having a good time. What do you guys want to do now that you're in Bridgehaven?
I'm gonna go to the Black Iron Blades.
Yeah, see what we can get over there.
Okay, I will say this because I want to talk about this briefly. So I looked up the rules about selling items in 5e. If you have gems, jewelry, or art items, they are worth 100% of whatever value I have told you. However, weapons or magic items are typically only worth 50% of what they are. However, you guys have found some stuff and things that may be worth well above that, or well below, depending upon one particular item that looks like a spinal column with a glowing skull head. And so what I'm proposing is this, is that you can make a deception and intimidation or persuasion or performance, if you want to tell me your theatrics, against the buyer's insight. And if you beat it, it will increase the value to 75% of the value I've told you it's worth. At this point, you can push your luck. And if you push your luck and beat an insight again, you could bring it up to 100%. If on your first, deception versus insight, you beat the buyer's roll by 10 or more, it will automatically go to 100%. However, if you push your luck and you fail, the value will drop to 25% of what its value is.
All right, so instead of push your luck, shouldn't it be pressure luck?
Isn't it? Aren't both of those things the same thing? I don't know. Like pressure.
Oh,
luck.
whammy.
Pressure luck's a TV show. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
I know you can definitely push your luck.
Okay.
That's definitely a saying. I don't know if...
You've never heard press your luck? I've heard that. I don't know. I've heard equally. So all right.
Oh,
I've heard
yeah.
that.
You can press your luck.
TV show.
I just feel like you could announce that on a TV show too. You'd be like, press your luck, and you just imagine there's like a contestant pushing the luck button. But,
We already have a show
Anyways.
called Press Your Luck.
so if you guys want to sell stuff and things that you have, I'm not going to make you guys role play or do whatever. Anything that falls into the gems, jewelry, or art category, you can sell for 100% of whatever that value is. If you have weapons or magic items and you want to get the full value, If you just walk in, whether it's Black Iron Blades or wherever, and we can determine because there's plenty of vendors throughout the city of Bridgehander. You have the opportunity. We can just say it's in the Black Iron Blade one, but we can. It's going to require some rolls to see if you want to get more money for it.
Okay, because I think most of everything that we have that we'd be selling is gonna be all the 100% stuff.
Yeah. So I didn't doubt that. I'm just saying that if there was anything that you were like, we don't want this. Or
Yeah, it would be
those
potentially less, or we'd have to work to get it 100 or 75
Correct.
or whatever.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
Right? So if you were to sell the fake wand of Orcus, that's 50,000 gold.
It's
But if you wanted to fuck with the buyer and try to get them to go with it, and you succeeded in a deception, intimidation, or persuasion or performance check, you could get that up to 75,000. And then if you pushed your luck, or if that first roll was high enough against the insight, you could get 100,000 gold for that, which would put you guys basically in the running to say, we want to buy a +2 whatever, or maybe a what is it? It's uncommon. You guys could basically purchase the rare item at that point if you had that kind of money going on. That's all I'm saying.
Had we decided that the wand was fake?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel at the end of last session some rolls were made and I said that to you guys. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I knocked it out of the park.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the only item that still has some question marks about it, because I can't remember if I told you or not, was the archer statue, because it was divine magic. Did you guys figure out what that was or no?
Yeah, you
Restoration.
said it was
No, not restoration. It's remove curse.
Right, but we don't know if it's for one or for many times that it can be used or whatever.
Yes, that's right. You guys, you weren't sure if it was a one-time thing or if it was something that you could let it recharge and come back. That is correct.
We could probably take that to the morning ward and see if she knows it before we try to hawk it or keep it.
Yeah, I think we definitely want to keep that, but I think everything else, we've got bracelets, pearls, fabric, statue, gem, and a bowl. So all of that stuff. I think I did all the math with that. I think we end up with 3,000 or something like that. I'd have to look, but I can check. But all the stuff that we have, I think if we're getting rid of all the gems and all of that stuff, that's fine.
Yeah, because you guys still have the gems from the tourmaline mine, all of that shit. So yeah, you guys have a lot of stuff that you can hawk and do whatever with if you want to. Just figure out what you want to do. So this is the quote unquote shopping episode. So get done what you need to get done.
Okay, well, I'm going to the Blades to see, one, what they have available that I might be able to use, and two, if my item is done.
Okay, so you make your way to the Black Iron Blades. What is everybody else doing? Are you guys doing the same thing? Are you guys going somewhere else?
Yeah, I think so. I think we want to head over there.
Well, you know what my biggest concern is? It's got to be the whole armor situation.
Right.
Yep. So so that's something I think that you could discuss with the folks that are there as well, if need be. So Novakri, remind me, what was it that you wanted them to make for you out of this, or were you just make me something interesting? I can't remember.
I think it was just try to make me a ring. I don't think we specified what it was, because he was like, I don't even know what this metal does, so I can't promise you what it'll end up doing.
All right, cool. So you go back in, and his name's not Garrosh. I played some Battlegrounds today, and Garrosh is one of the characters you can play. So hold on.
He can get Garrosh.
Yeah.
But he's not. No, he is definitely not a Hellscream. So hold on.
Yeah. Not Grum's son.
No, he's he's not the second son. No, he's not.
Right.
Black Iron Blades, Garn. I knew it was a G. I just couldn't remember. All right, so Garn is there, and Garn greets you, and he when you come into Akari, he says, "So I've had a chance to make something interesting for you. I don't know if you're gonna want it, but I took that weird metal you brought to me, and I forged it down. Wouldn't you know, it just started to do some interesting things on its own, and here's what I know." And he kind of fumbles in his pocket, he pulls out, and he hands you this ring. And it looks like a really simple ring. It looks like metal that's just been crafted into, like if you can imagine like a simple gold band for a wedding ring. Only this is this like bluish gray steel. He says, "So put it on your finger. And you think about it. And you think about going up. You'll go up. The best we've seen so far is you can only go about 10 feet up. So basically, you levitate about 10 feet. Now, if you can push yourself along a wall or along a ceiling, you can move. But that's about the best we can do. Also, when you think down, think like down. Don't just think like the word. You have to think like, I'm going to hit the floor, and you'll just go back down. Because if you just think down, you won't. We've been playing with it. But here you go. He hands you this ring. And basically, the ring is giving you like a lesser levitation kind of thing.
Okay, so like 10 feet in the air, one turn type thing?
You can hover 10 feet around. Now, if there's nothing under you, you can't do it. It's sort of like Tensor's floating disc, right? Like you'll fall down. But that's what this ring has given you thus far.
We'll just put a rope around your foot and just drag you around, I mean, like if as you float.
They could literally just drag you over at that point. So yeah.
That
is there a duration to that, or recharge to that?
So Garm's like, we haven't found like an end to it. So you could just float around all day if you wanted to, as long as like you don't go off a cliff edge. If you go off a cliff edge, you'll die. I'm just letting you know that right now. But if you just wanted to float 5 or 10 feet off the floor, go 5 or 10 feet off the floor all you want. That's what it seems to do.
If you fall off of something that's 500 feet up, would you only fall 490 feet? And if you did only fall 490 feet, would you hit the air like it's ground and still die?
Correct. Like the ring would like trigger and be like,
you still fell 490 feet, but just the
like
air
elevator,
pressure.
That stops 10 feet before the floor. It's like, you're going to be safe. Well, yeah, I'm still a fucking pancake in the elevator.
Yeah, basically, it's like you're lagging. You just hit the ground before you actually get there. And take the fall damage.
Hey, I'm good. I've got a hovercraft.
I mean, like, it's not... But the cool part about this, it's not like you couldn't, like, show this to someone else and say, yeah, jump off a cliff, it'll save you, and then watch them die. I mean, that's what a deception roll is all about right there. So, I mean, do what you want to do.
That's an option.
But yeah, so you guys...
Use it in your deception when you're trying to sell the wand of Orcus.
Well, we got Loki for that. And he's got a +8.
I will say, yeah, I was just going to say that, like, because Loki's probably your best, tool for deception and whatnot. If you guys don't want to try to do it now, we can just, like, talk through a couple things that are going on, and then, like, if Loki can join us next week, he make those rolls and figure them out. So that's fine. Like, we don't have to push that.
Yeah, if we're trying to make those rolls, I've got his sheet, so it's no big deal.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, like, if that's what you want to try to do, I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we want to necessarily do with that just yet. I mean, I think the only thing is if we were trying to sell the wand, but I don't think we want to try and screw over these guys who have been helping us.
Yeah, absolutely. I think. Well, I'm just saying that like if you wanted to try to find another like buyer in the
Black
town
Bishop,
of
maybe.
Bridgehander, you guys could do that, right? Like you guys could easily just
It's a
talk to the Black
Targos.
Iron Blades and be like, "Look, we found this wand. We don't know what the fuck it does, but it looks really magical." And then like,
But when I wave it at him, we can lift him off the ground. Look at this.
Oh my god.
Novakri's just like mentally being like, "Rise up." So, but like,
I don't know if that undersells it though.
uh,
Look, we've
what-
got
what
what
I-
could
what-
be a wand of Orcus. Abracadabra. Look, he's up in the air.
I think.
Well, we don't want to waste it.
Oh, absolutely.
And Tom's gone.
Yeah. He was just blown away by our, amazing ideas.
Yeah, but only 10 feet.
Right. So that's why he's back. On his turn, he just moved right back up to us.
But so what I guess that like if you guys have the money that you need to get what you want, then I mean it's a want, right? Like you can carry it as long as you want and then try to figure shit out from there. It's also an ever burning torch, so that I mean if anybody needs a torch and doesn't want to have to like buy torches or do whatever, it's an ever burning torch. So it is what it is. It's just also a torch that you might be able to sell for 100,000 gold.
Yeah, I just worry about anyone who can afford 100,000 gold and then finds out that it doesn't work is now not generally going to be someone who uses all 100,000 of their gold to buy it.
Fair enough. It's one of those things that like when I read through the treasure chest and I saw that it was there, I'm like, I don't know what they're gonna do with this. Like I just don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, they could try to bamboozle the shit out of somebody for it, but they're not gonna be happy when they realize that they don't have a major artifact in their hands. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's an expensive way to learn that that's not actually real. So I think for now I know I want to get some splint armor because I think that was 200 and that gets me up to 17 as opposed to the 16 that I get from chainmail.
I would assume that like you guys like definitely have enough money to do that, and also that that Garn can provide that for you at the Black Iron Blades without a problem.
All right, cool. Does he have any other kinds of anything special that's not like too crazy, or is it just like just regular splint stuff?
So he has generally regular splint stuff. Just as a quick recap, the only person who's bought a weapon from him thus far is you, correct? Like your knives.
Well, like, yeah, technically I didn't actually buy that, but my other guy did.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that was.
But yes.
That was not me trying to make you flash back to the death.
No, that's fine.
But like,
That is what it is. But yeah, I think that may actually be true because everything else was just like, what am I gonna do? Buy a longsword? I have one.
So anybody who wants to give me a, so we don't have knowledge local, but like either an insight
Go history.
or like a knowledge that you think would be applicable, or maybe just a wisdom check can do that while you guys are yet again in the Black Iron Blades. Maybe it's stuff you've heard, like out like gathering knowledge. Maybe it's an investigation check. Holy shit, Novakri.
It's funny because I had just clicked it and then I saw the green and I was like, fuck yeah, I got a crit. Even though I only have a +4 and I got a 25 on a crit, which is weird.
It's crazy. It just multiplies.
Holy shit, I got a crit plus.
So both of you, I had asked you guys to make checks like this before, but nobody had made it. But clearly the two of you did. Chris, if you want, do you want to try to make a check or no?
No, I'm still trying to sign in.
Okay, that's fine. So the two of you know that like there's a rumor about the Black Iron Blades, specifically about their not so much the armor, but their weapons. That their weapons are the demise of adventurers. Not because they're like because they have any ill intent or like that they're evil people or whatever.
No,
It's
it's
just
it's
that there's
entirely true. It's entirely true because my guy bought some knives and then died. So
so
it is
hold on.
entirely
You
true.
may have led into that, but the key is this: is that if you buy a weapon from the Black Iron Blades and you roll a one with it, which no one has done yet, there is a chance that that weapon will break. No one has done that yet. But because of the way that you guys have been adventuring, because of the interactions that you've had with people from many towns, Bryn Shander, etc., these are rumors and sort of knowledge that you guys have. And so that sort of +1 knife that you have, if you roll a one, there is a 25% chance that you have to check that it could break, that it happens. But there's a 75% chance that it won't. And it's only on a natural one.
And is that their armor or just the weapons?
Just the weapons.
But don't upgrade the armor like Loki did, because then you might have to roll, and if you roll a one, then the armor could break. If you try and attack with the armor, you put chances up there. So
If you're trying to do like a chest bash into somebody, it could backfire.
I think we're missing one important question here. How much can we sell Daryl's Pokeball for?
I mean, it's a question. It is a question.
well, they usually only go for like 200, and then trying to sell it back, you're probably only gonna get like 100. I don't even know if that's gold in this game. It's just poke money.
Well, I mean, I think Kevin
That's
raises
just the
a
going
great
rate.
point. Is like, if that's the selling value, you could always try to, just deceive or like intimidate or whatever to try to get it worth its total value. I just think that it would be really funny if for some reason, like, a month from now, Daryl shows up in the game and you're like, no, you're just in a workshop. That's where you're at.
You were
Roll a new
sold into
character.
slavery.
Right.
He finds himself sitting in it on top of a shelf.
Also, I think if you guys are still okay with it, that Daryl had said that he basically was just going to run the inn that you guys had procured and then try to make
Yeah.
money off of it. So you're actually really approaching. I think it may actually be today or tomorrow in game time that I'm going to reach out to him and make a roll, and then you guys can see what you made or lost for the business.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Cool.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else except for like the armor, unless they have like a cool shield or something. That would be a little better than what I have. Otherwise, it's just kind of a.
Are you looking for like a magic shield or just like a specific kind of shield?
I'm not really looking for anything in particular because I know a magic shield is going to be kind of outside of our price range at the moment, even if we pooled our money. So it's something where it's like if there was something that had anything on it, see about it. But if they don't have any real shields, then okay.
They have bucklers, they have tower shields, they have like an iron shield, which is sort of like a standard iron shield kind of thing. So like if you're just looking for that, it's potentially there, but basically if it's in the player's handbook kind of thing, they have it. But if you're looking for something more particular, you have to ask them to make it, and then they'll work with you to make it.
Yeah. So all right. Yeah. I think just the armor then.
All right, yeah, easy enough. So 2 sets, you guys buy it and don it and take it over. Like I'm not gonna lie, like you guys could take your old set and sell it back. I mean, if you sold it back, it's worth half value because it's in good condition. But like you could sell it back, but that's cash in pocket that you guys can take if you want.
Good condition. Have you seen our last 2 encounters?
No, I didn't say mint.
Well, it's
I
wet.
said good, not mint.
Used.
Used. Yes, used. Used. All right. So, taking care of that and taking care of selling anything else that you guys wanted to.
Well, while we're there, I do want to talk to him about what you and I have talked about the plate mail.
Oh yeah. So, and you mean specifically making plate mail out of the remains, right?
Yep.
Okay. So he kind of like he listens to you and thinks about it, and he's like, okay. I can work on it, but it's going to take me a while. It's going to take me and my crew a while. And I need to send somebody up to go and collect the pieces, as it were. But I would suggest that you come back and check in. And if you check in, I'll tell you what's going on with it and what we can get. And so basically, he's telling you that he's willing to make you plate mail out of this, and then depending upon what kind of magics he can imbue in it, will come down to the total cost. However, remember that at Black Iron Blades, you guys have a 10% discount. And he's also interested in making something for you that would that you could wear and then like tell people about how awesome Black Iron Blades are. Maybe like getting past the stigmatism that goes along with like rolling a 1 with their weapons kind of thing.
Well, as long as it's not like a flashing neon sign that says Black Iron Blades, like, you know, I'm some kind of a freaking billboard sign, I'd be interested. But I do want to keep the iconography that he had on his shoulders as well.
You do see Garn's head and shoulders kind of slump a little bit when it was like, I was thinking neon, but all right. But yeah, so he's like I'm gonna need at a minimum 2 weeks to make this happen. He's like, it could take more time, but if you can give me that time, I will give you a fair price for this.
Done.
All right. And so okay, so you kind of pass off and you're like, all right, go collect our dead robot's friend's body at location. And he's like, I'm going to send somebody up to go get it with a wagon, blah, blah, blah. And so we'll see what happens. But plate mail with magic, ? Is what I'm rating right now. So we'll see what the DM comes up with that. Maybe something cool. Maybe you'll just have a neon like glowing arm, like power armor or something. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? All right. Anybody else? Bryn Shander stuff and things before I start talking about plot hooks and things we need to review.
I wanted to see the menu of potions and whatnot.
So there, if I remember correctly, there is. So Garn's sister Elsa runs sort of like the magic side of the shop, and she has available anything that you see in the player's handbook as far as like scrolls, items, etc. Like, you know, thunderstones, glow rods, etc. But she has a number of contacts throughout the city of Bridgehander and can usually find you what you're looking for as long as it's not too esoteric. So what is it you're looking for?
I'm looking for just like, of course, healing potions, but also just kind of what else might be available.
So as far as healing potions go, there are the standard healing potions that go for 50 gold pieces, but because you have a 10% discount, I'm pretty sure that brings it down to 45, so you can save some money there. Maybe if you buy enough of them, she'll knock like some other prices off. There's also she has available to her, they're not magical, but she has some medicine kits available that could help with like medicine checks and maybe stabilizing people if they're like, you know, not below zero, but if they're trying to like save against dying, etc. And she also has she kind of looks around and she's like, yeah, well, I mean, I have this thing too. And she has this little blue stone that she says is a protection stone that provides specific resistances when necessary. And she's like, I've had it for years and I don't know more than that about it, but if you're interested in it, it's 10,000 gold. No, she's like, but if you're interested in it, I can sell it to you for 50 gold.
I'm good with that. So, guys, can you think of anything other than healing potions we might need?
What was that protection thing? If it's offer.
So she had one stone that she called a resistance stone that can help against debilitating effects. But as far as like how it works and what it does, she was kind of like, I don't know, but I'm willing to part with it as you are doing so many good works for 10 towns in the region Icewind Dale.
I'm good with taking it.
So in
okay.
game,
I misunderstood.
In game, I'm going to tell you right now. Like, if you're buying it, I'll tell you what it is. In game, anytime you have to make a saving throw against anything, roll a die, whether it's like a D4 or a D100, whatever, and call what you want, high or low. And if you make it, you get an additional +1 against that save.
Cool.
Seriously.
How big is the stone?
It's roughly the size of like a peach pit, and it kind of looks like a. I don't want to call it like a comma, but it looks like it's got kind of a rounded shape to it. And the stone itself has this like mottled blue-gray color to it. It's not blue steel. It's not, you know, it's not Zoolander's left-hand turn, but it's got this sort of mottled blue-gray tone to it. And every now and then, it like, I mean, you don't know this yet, but what you will know is that like if you use it, it kind of like. Like if you're gonna use it, it kind of like livens, and the color goes from blue-gray to like this almost like vibrant purple tone, and then fades back again.
Okay, so this is gonna sound kind of chintzy, but what I want to do is I want to try to make a pendant out of it with some of these Star Wars.
Wait, you want to make a pendant out of it with what?
With some of the star ore that I made the ring out of.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to do some beading, feel free.
But no, I mean, just have like the star ore frame around it to make a pendant, and then hang it on a chain.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Okay, that's how it's going to be mounted. Do I have the guy make the pendant?
Yep. No, I'm going to give you a yes and at this. So yeah, go right ahead. Whatever you see this looking like, go right ahead. You've got it.
Cool. It's mounted on a chain in a pendant of that star or metal looking thing.
Cool. All right. So while beating 101 is going on in the Black Iron Blades, Hrothgar and Ziada, are you guys doing anything besides just watching and being like, oh, good choice, good colors, or what are you guys doing?
Not beating.
I don't think there's really too much more. I think like if there was anything else more like very defensive armory stuff, but I was already asking about the armor and the shield and stuff, so I think I'm good in here.
Okay. And Hrothgar, anything? Stuff and things?
Back and double down, 'cause it's coming
No,
back to
I
you.
did.
Yeah, it's coming back to you.
I did my
So
armor
dance around
question.
the fire that we
All
once
right, cool.
made.
And just Hrothgar, because you had not Hrothgar. I'm sorry, Novakri, because you had brought it up. If you are purchasing health potions, they have a total of 5 healing potions, like your basic first level healing potions that go for the cost that you guys have of 45 gold apiece. Are you purchasing any, or what are you doing?
I say we purchase all of them.
If you purchase all of them,
Okay.
if you purchase all of them, they will charge you 35 apiece. So 35 times 5 is 25. Carry 2, 15, 60, 70 is 175.
Are you
Okay.
really gonna take
Any
it like
other
that?
potions that they have?
Riding on a missile with the
I can't find it in the player's handbook. That's why I'm asking.
You see Elza kind of like stop for a minute and be like, "Oh, I'm so excited! I saw my potions." She stops and then she goes back and she's like, "Well, let me see." So she goes to the back and she's like, "I don't have potions, but I have 2 scrolls that no one has claimed. I will sell both of them to you for 50 gold if you're willing. One is a scroll of stone skin, and the other," she's like, "I have to look back," "is a scroll of bless."
Those aren't bad. Especially the bless. Bless will definitely come in handy. Hey
She's
guys,
like, "I will sell you. You are such good customers. I will sell both to you for 50, an additional 50 gold."
okay, we'll take it. So that's 175 plus 50, 225 plus the 50 again for my stone, so 275.
So yeah, so you
Actually,
grab. Oops, sorry.
no. So you finish that. I do have a question when you're done before we leave. This and move on to something else.
I mean, I'm listening. So what's up?
Oh, I thought you were still working with Novakri.
No, we're done.
The spells and scrolls. All right. So if we're replacing the armor, what do you guys want to do with the +1 mithril?
Well, the mithril one, I think we can keep that as a backup for potential situations. Otherwise, we would try and sell it.
I can actually wear it if it doesn't have the 13. The strength you said was waived on this one.
The strength is waived, but I think it's still heavy armor, so you wouldn't be able to, unless you are.
No, light armor.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I think. Let me see.
I think you're right, Kevin. I think that if you're not proficient in that level of armor, even though the requirements of strength or dexterity or whatever are removed, you still can't use it. I think.
Oh wow. Yeah, I thought Loki would at least be a medium. I figured that he would be. Kind of surprised to see that he's not.
Not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever.
But yeah, so that unfortunately isn't. So yeah.
But all right. So that being said, and again, like if you guys have if you're gonna hold on to the mithril, great. If you're gonna try to sell it, because it's magic armor, you guys just know that its value, 50% sell value but you have the opportunity to try to, you know, like sell it for more. You can push your luck, do whatever, etc. And again, your rolls are going to be against like the buyer's insight, and then depending upon like a city or town that you're in, that's the plus that I can imagine giving the buyer to it kind of thing. But it is what it is. So that being said, I just wanted to throw out to you guys a couple things, and that is what you've heard about and what's available for like potential adventure ideas. And so I think it probably makes sense that if I drag you guys back to the map of Icewind Dale, we can kind of like pinpoint ideas or pinpoint like localities, and then if you guys have questions, we can go from there. So I'm going to pull you back to this map.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit. You're Gesundheit. All right. So let's do this. No, let's do this. All right. So currently, you guys are all in Brimchannock. Everybody can see the map. Everybody sees what's going on. Yes.
Yep, the big map.
Yeah, the big map of everything. All right, cool. All right. So I just want to run through some of the stuff that you guys have heard about. Actually, I have an idea for like a scene, and if you guys are down with it, let me know, and then we can kind of play it out from there before I say anything more about the map. I have this idea that like you guys go take care of your business, you know, like you sell your stuff and things, you go to Black Iron Blades, you get your armor, you do this, you get your upgrades, you figure this out, you get that ring, and then everybody goes back to the Northlook, and as you're kind of like preparing for like, you know, downtime, end of the night, doing whatever before you figure out what you're gonna do next, you find like a table somewhere, and Loki spreads out this map. And this map is the map that you guys see that you're on right now of like Icewind Dale. Does that seem reasonable? Sounds like something that you guys are kind of doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, cool. So get rid of that. All right. So Loki spreads out the map, and on the map, I've got like some red dots, which are dots you've taken care of, some yellow dots that are dots that have not been taken care of. But I want to kind of touch base on them. And so like I'll start up here. Like a shift click. How do I do this? That's not gonna work. I want to do this. Maybe I'm screwing this up. Kevin, quick reference. If I want to zoom in, isn't it shift click?
To zoom in, you shift and click to have like shift click is what brings people over. Zoom is Z.
I just did it. I was on the wrong like
Layer. Yeah.
thing on the same. Yeah. So all right. So where I just zoomed into is where that ship, the Dark Duchess, was that you guys had. You guys just went and basically pilfered, ran away with. Never had an experience with a dragon. Good for you. But it's not the only area that's out there. So a red mark is something you guys have done. Near there, a little bit over to the right of it, a little more to the east, is where you have heard that there is a whale that carries a ship on its back that will bring you to Oral's Island if you are strong and brave enough. I'm pretty certain you guys have heard about this, so that's why I've made the mark on the map.
Yes, we definitely did.
Okay. Next, here is where the Black Cabin is. And the Black Cabin is where we were discussing earlier, where Copperpot's friend, who is trying to use some sort of like, you know, magic slash technology to end Oral's reign, is trying to do their thing. However, things are not going according to plan. in the actually, I'll do this. Down here is where Hrothgar bumped into Ysel, the female. What is she? Goliath, who was like, if anybody's ever interested in like track down like the golden riches that the former like frost giant lords had, I can lead you to that. Just know that there are dangers along the way. Also, I love Hrothgar's ass, so that's where that's going on.
Okay.
In 10 Towns itself, you have Targos. Targos is right there. Targos is the best place to leave on an expedition to go climb Kelvin's Cairn. It's also where you guys had heard that there is some sort of like black bishop or something that is tied in with the Zentarium. There is Caer Dineval and Caer Konig, which have their own level of problems and whatnot. And there is also East Haven, which is right there. And I don't know why I didn't put a yellow square. But East Haven is there as well. There is here. There is a cave mouth that is known to be frequented by the tribe of the bear. It's there. That may have something to do with something that was affecting one of the party members. And yeah. And then the other thing I want to say is that as Loki has rolled this map out for everybody to see, Novakri, almost in the way of like a divining rod, your eyes and then your finger are drawn to right there. And you realize, as you see this map, that the thing that has been haunting your dreams, and that those weirdos that came and talked to you like several nights ago are talking about is right there.
Nice.
I think that covers the map. I think that gets everybody's stuff and things out there that they're aware of right now. The only other thing I would say is that there was also the last time you were in Grinchander, you were told that the sheriff, or like the master of the militia, whose name was Markham Southwell, had said he wanted to talk to you about a potential job or mission.
Yeah, we talked to him about that. We were heading out, and he's like, we weren't ready or something at the time.
Well, I think that what happened, and I could be wrong, but I think that what happened was you guys were heading out, and you were like, is this something we need to talk to him immediately about? And you made a check, or I just told you that it wasn't. So you actually didn't talk to him, but you were basically like, we'll be back, and we'll deal with it then.
I thought we did talk to him and find out about it, and then he was just like, no, it doesn't have to be like this second. Because I'm pretty sure we talked to like the secretary and then to whoever. Yeah.
Maybe that was the case.
But like, yeah, we didn't have to handle it right then because we were on our way to the pirate.
So what I will tell you is it has something to do with goblins and goblins raiding parties that are creating strife for 10-town merchants, etc., as they travel on the 10-town roads.
Yeah, it was similar to that first thing that we did. That's why it kind of came up. That's right.
Actually, that was why he reached out to you.
Right.
You had such success with that foaming mugs mission that he was like, that Markham was like, I'm not trying to put this on you, but if you want to go and explore and check this out, I would greatly appreciate it and maybe can reward you one way. But you guys took off and didn't really entertain that conversation anymore, so just know that that's another thing that's out there.
That's correct. All right, so I don't know. What do people think?
All right. So
Where do we know where the barbarian tribes are? Specifically, the bears.
That's this one. Well, so specifically, like the cave of the tribe of the bear, which seems to like feed into, all the other shit that you've been dealing with, is there. Cave of the Berserkers right there.
Yeah.
How much time does he have left on that?
I still have like the 3 months basically.
Yeah, he's got a hot.
Currently, it's not a thing. Worst case scenario, we go back and I might be able to take off this curse with the waters over there.
Well, and you guys also have a figurine that
right,
removed curse,
which might be able to pop curses off every once in a while.
Yeah. So
every now and then.
You have outs. You do have outs. Yes.
Right. So that one, as much as I would like to do that and take care of it, it's not a huge issue that we have to rush to in case we have other things.
Okay. But as everybody is remembering things, I think I would like Ziada to give me a check about remembering things. And so, Ziada, whatever you feel that is intelligence, is it wisdom, is it investigation, whatever you feel that is, give me that check and tell me what you get.
This is what I've been going with, and I did poorly with it.
All right,
I don't worry about fucking things in the past.
Don't worry about shit. That's fine. All right, cool. All right. That's for that. That's for that. Yeah. So, however, as Ziada is kind of racking her mind and kind of trying to figure things out, you guys are standing around this like table, like with the map scrolled out, and Novakri is sort of like, oh shit, right there, kind of thing. Like, I don't know why I'm so focused, but it's right there. I want everybody else to give me a perception check. Alright, I see Diana, I see Rothgar. What about Novakri?
Oh, I thought you said everybody else.
Yeah, I thought that was the one you specified no.
I actually specified Ziala no, but
Oh,
whatever.
You didn't, but you did that wrong.
I thought I did, but whatever, that's fine.
You said Novakri, so it was just like I figured it was gonna be me, but then I heard Novakri and I'm like, okay.
So Ziara is lost in like the map and like remembrances of old. Rothgar is
I'm
picking his toenails or something, or just looking at his new arm. Oh my god, this is so awesome! Novakri, you notice that like a voice that sounds somewhat familiar has come into the room that you're in the Northlook, and starts singing. They faced a sea monster and the menace from below. They held their tempers as the party grew dead and cold. And as he goes to start up again, he looks up and he's like, "Hey, how are you guys?" He goes, "Hello, how are you guys? I have not seen you in quite some time." And you recognize the individual named Ronaldo that you had seen. I forget where you last saw Ronaldo. It was in Dugan's Hole or wherever it was. But you last saw this guy when he regaled you with songs about
In the rearview mirror.
Not long enough.
Yes. But Ronaldo says, I knew if I traveled through the 10 towns enough, I would. What brings you here to Brinshanda? What adventures are you on?
No, we're just hanging out.
Ah, the most classic of adventures. Out of hand. Yes. Well, this place is dull, and tonight I have promised the citizens, well, those that want to come to the lookout, a, how you say, seance? Are you willing to partake with me? Perhaps get some answers to questions you have? Yes? Let's do this.
Say no.
Says, oh, you are too reserved. Trust us. See what the spirits can tell you. The worst thing that they can do is, tell you nothing. The best thing they can do is give you guidance. Perhaps tonight we touch with the spirits and they tell us things. How you say, down?
No, I'm actually rather happy. So, no, I'm good.
That sounds great, sir. And so your happiness means you have come and visit. Perfect. I will see you tonight at the show.
I didn't say that. I said I'm good.
Tom, while we got a break here and while Ronaldo's finishing his set, what's that stone do one more time? Is it a skill or is it
Anytime you have a saving throw, you can roll a dice and call high or low. So if you want to do a D4, D4. If you want to do a 6, 10, 100, whatever you want to do. If you call it out and make that roll, you get an additional +1. And like so, if you roll a D10 and you say high, low, 6 through 10, you would get a +1 to that save when you do it. Does that make sense?
Yep, and that's anytime. It's not like one short rest or something like that.
No, it's anytime. It literally is like always on, but it's only a 50-50 kind of thing.
Hey, I'll take it.
All right, so Ronaldo is like, excellent, I will see you at the show tonight. And he kind of like gives everybody a quick handshake and he walks off to try to go drum up more attention and or business. So what does everybody else do?
I'm thinking like, so Novakri, you have a pull for down there. Do you have like a big pull for it, or are you just kind of like you hear a voice or something?
I'm always hearing voices.
Yeah, but like, is it louder than the other ones usually are?
Yes, if I zipped right through that area, it'd be a pretty big pull.
Because is that something?
And don't forget about the black cabin that Copper was going off about too.
What's that one?
The black cabin. The gnomish friend working on some magitech stuff.
Oh, okay. Is that?
Yeah. So this is Targos. This is the black cabin. This yellow square is the black cabin.
Okay, we moved a lot of stuff.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the next step is. I think maybe maybe we talk about the goblins. At least find out some more about that. See if we want to take care of that first. Unless anyone has thoughts.
I think without anybody I think that maybe this is something to touch base with TJ about. Like I have some stuff I have to send TJ that I'm going to say that he did during all of this, so that he's got some insight into stuff and things as well. I think that the only thing that I want to ask you guys is that Ronaldo is offering to do a seance to get some answers in the North Look tonight. Is anybody interested in going to that seance, or is everybody like, no, I'm good, I'm not going to do it?
I'm just exhausted. I need a rest. I've expended all my stuff, and we haven't had a long rest.
Rest sounds good. I don't know what I need to go to a seance for.
Yeah, I don't know what.
You can wait. You want to go to a seance so you can say? I mean, that's just it's dirt.
What?
Yeah, you just go and say aunts a lot. Just aunts.
I said not.
Again, up to you guys. What you want to do? That's totally cool.
Yeah, I don't know what questions I would exactly have that would really be answered there.
You just hear Ronaldo say, "All questions, the spirits know all."
Damn, that guy has great hearing. I thought he left. So yeah, I think I'm good on the seance as well.
Okay.
Maybe I think Bryn Shander was where we met with that guy though. I think if and again I'm saying this as if that's what we decided on, but I think that's kind of where I'm leaning, but that's only just because no real reason. So if anyone had a reason for anything.
Wait, Bryn Shander is where you met with what guy? Sorry.
The Goblin mission guy.
Yeah. That's Marcus. This is the
right.
And that's Marcus Southwell is the sheriff of Bryn Shander, and he had approached you. Yes.
Well, one question I have is there like a Green Gots here or some other type of bank that we can drop our valuables off without having to schlep all the way to Longwood and back?
So if you're looking for somebody that can hold on to your valuables, yeah, there are services that can be provided to do that. And we don't I don't want to get into the whole nitty gritty of that, but basically you can find somebody that can hold on to your stuff. So yes. Like I've played games where there was daily fee and all, and I just don't want to do that. So yes, so I'm just going to say that Bryn Shander has the availability of storage, holding places or whatever, and you guys can do it without a doubt.
Well, and then we're famous, and just being able to say, "Hey, we hold their shit," is advertising.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying there won't be a charge. That's it.
Although the security question that poses is kind of interesting.
Listen, don't dig too deep. Just don't dig too deep. So, all right. So you guys know where your potential next steps are, or potential this, that, and the other thing. I have to send some stuff to TJ so he knows too. And is there anything else you guys want to accomplish? We call it a quick session, as it were.
With the way this week's going, I am not going to be upset.
All right, fair enough.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Oh, Ghost Rider. All right, cool. Kevin, anything? Stuff to things?
Well, that was an interesting response. Ghost Rider, but okay. You do you. Yeah, I don't think I have anything
That's what I
else.
do.
Or Ghost Rider, whatever it is.
Rider. But yeah,
I think everything for me is pretty much, out there in the open. I don't think there's too much going on that hasn't been spelled out. So yeah, I think I'm good on my end too.
All right, cool beans. From the background, you hear the spirits will answer your questions or you suck, and then that's it. So I say thanks to everybody who showed up tonight. Good stuff. I hope you update your stuff and things with the armor that you've got, or
Yes,
the
already done.
levitational stuff and things. But good stuff. And next week we'll see where you go. Actually, I will send TJ some stuff to like get him up to date with X, Y, and Z. But if you guys know where you want to go next, like if it's a group decision, let me know so I can prep that and have it ready for you guys as far as maps and whatnot. But all right, good stuff, and I will talk with everybody later. Okay.
Well,
Will do.
All right, later, yo.
Later, guys.
I named that pendant the pendant of fickle resistance.
Nice.
The
I like it.
PNR.